I don't know how in the world you would be able to do 12 months. How do you do it? I don't know.
Off the leash, I feel like a dog. I can't have the fleet. Keep it pee, never needed you.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. My name is Mackenzie, and here on this channel we talk about everything that's nursing related, nursing school related. I do a couple little vlogs, and I even talk about a little gym here and there, little weight loss, little information. But today on this episode, as you may have seen by the title, we will be talking about things that I wish I would have known before I got into nursing school. And I know y'all probably have seen videos like this before, but this is my personal opinion of things that I feel like you should know before you get into nursing school. Maybe you've seen them before, maybe you haven't, maybe you just like the way I talk that to you. Okay, let's see. The first thing I'm gonna say is you do not have to buy a textbook for every single class. And I know if you watch any of my other videos, then you may have heard me say this before, but it's your first time, you do not have to buy a textbook for every class. Now, some classes, you're gonna have to get that textbook because you do your homework. It's like basically gonna be a online, you get a code, you plug the code online. It has a textbook, but mainly you're gonna be doing your homework on it, assignments, practice questions on there, and you're gonna need that textbook. In them cases, get a textbook. You need a textbook. You can't not have that textbook. Get that textbook. You don't have to. And then for like the textbooks that are just like physical books where you don't need them for homework and stuff like that, you can get them. I personally get them, but then I don't really need them, but I'd rather have them than not. But you don't have to. You'll be surprised at how many of your classmates have links to books, and they can just send you the books via the link, and you don't have to purchase it. So like, wait a little bit, wait about, I say, a week or two, just to feel if you even need the textbook, especially if you're in an accelerator program, because we do not have all of the time in the world to be sitting there reading textbooks. And if it's your first time on my channel, yes, I am in an accelerated nursing program, and I don't always have all the time in the world to read them textbooks. I don't. It's not gonna happen. But people do have links. Ask around, make friends, see if people can, pass along these links to these websites so you don't have to purchase them. And this leads me into, before you read that textbook, you need to be making sure you listen to the lectures. Like me, if you're in a hybrid program, we can listen to lectures. You look at all the PowerPoints first before you read that textbook, so when it's time to read your textbook, you know exactly what you're looking at. So you just not, because if you read that textbook first, it's going to be so much information in that textbook that you just do not need to know, that you do not need to read. Personally, I listen to the lectures, I look at all the PowerPoints before I even read that textbook. So when it comes down to that textbook, I'm really kind of using that textbook for clarity. I'm looking at some of the graphs in the textbook, or just like taking things out of the textbook that I feel like are important to the topics that our teacher has went over, that I have seen in the textbook. Because you're not going to get tested, I've seen the textbook, that I have seen in the PowerPoints. You're not going to be tested on everything in that textbook or that chapter that y'all talking about. Teachers are going to hone in on certain topics that they feel like are super duper important, especially in a nursing accelerated program. I feel like in an accelerated program, we learn a lot of just like the base, like, look, this is what you need to know as a nurse, boom, 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 because we're doing it in 12 to 16 months. My program is 16 months. Now, if you're in a 4-year program, 2 of those years are done doing prerequisites, and the next 2 are done actually in your nursing school program. But we have to take basically those 2 years of nursing school and put it into 12 to 16 months. Now, shout out to everybody who has done a 12-month accelerated nursing program, because at 16 I struggle. I don't know how in the world you would be able to do 12 months. How do you do it? I don't know. This is the next thing that I wish I would have known before I started nursing school. And if y'all hear, it's my bangles. Y'all don't even see them half the time, but it's for the aesthetic, just in case that's it. But you can have a social life. You can be active. People always ask me, how can I go to the gym so much in nursing school? I do have a semi-social life, but I'm more active than social. than my social life, but I do make time. I try to make time for as much as I can. And I'm gonna say that just basically is just time management. You need to learn. I know y'all hear people say that all the time, but everything in nursing is gonna be centered around time management. You're gonna have multiple patients, especially if you're not in the ICU. You're gonna need to prioritize what needs to be done. You're gonna have to have time to talk to the patients, treat the patients, assess the patients, chart about the patients, try to find time to go to the bathroom, time to eat. Like, everything is about time management, and it kind of starts in nursing school, trying to hone in on those time management skills. This right here is like one of the things I just should have done, but you know what, I'm here now. It's too late for me, but you can do better than me. You don't have to take the BSN route. I did the accelerated BSN route because I had a degree already and I thought it would just be easier. I have another degree. I don't have to take these prerequisites. I can just join this accelerated program. As long as all my prerequisites have been done for the accelerated program, which I took within my prior degree, I'm just gonna go this route. But I must say, it is a more expensive route. It's a whole nother bachelor's degree. And since it's your second bachelor's degree, because in an accelerated program, you have to have at least one degree. Since it is in an accelerated bachelor's degree, you already have another degree that you probably already exhausted all of your financial aid for. See, me, it's a 4-semester program. It's 16 months. I got financial aid my first 3 semesters, and my financial aid is only like $3,000 for the first 3 semesters. So I'm in my 3rd semester. Next semester, I do not get that $3,000, which is helpful because anything helps. So I have to pay everything out of pocket, or, you know, not out of pocket, but I have to find loans. And I've already had to get private loans, which kind of really sucks. But you know what? Everybody's like, it's worth it. It's worth that. It's gonna be worth it, y'all. I'm gonna pay them things back. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Okay, anyways, you can go the associate route. I know a girl who actually graduated from college and just finished, not just, but like last November, finished with her associate's program, and now she's a nurse. She was an ER nurse. Like, you're a nurse, you're an RN. If you want to go back for your bachelor's, you do not have to sit and retake the NCLEX because you've already took the RN NCLEX. You don't. Now, if you were like LPN NCLEX is different than RN NCLEX, so you would have to take another NCLEX with the LPN. But RN, ASN, BSN, same NCLEX. But I believe with associates, if you want to do more within the hospital, like management and stuff like that, then that's when you have to go get your bachelor's. But if you just are okay with your role as an ADN nurse, then that's okay. But I would probably have did that route because a lot of these hospitals will pay for you to get your bachelor's. But I mean, it does come with like a contract. Like, look, we're gonna pay for your degree. You're gonna have to work for us for an X amount of years. So you're gonna have to be okay with knowing that you're gonna have to be committed to this hospital for a certain amount of time before you can leave or even go travel. See, personally, me, it kind of wouldn't work out for me because I want to travel. Traveling is something I want to do. I'm not young, so I feel like I just don't have a lot of time to just give to these hospitals in a contract. Now, if I was like younger, like say if I had got my first degree when I was like 21 or 22, and then I went into an ADN program, I still would be like, what, 23, 24 when I finish. Look, I'm about to be 28. I'm 27 now. I'll be 28 literally a couple days before I finish my last semester of nursing school. I'll be 30 before I know it. Like, I'm trying to give these hospitals enough of my time so I can get the experience, so I can go travel. Like, my ultimate goal is going to be travel nursing. If y'all new here, yeah, hey, but if you've been here, y'all already know I want to travel nurse. So I can't be giving these hospitals 3 to 5 years of my life when I just be like, oh, be 35. I'm like, oh, it wouldn't be nice to travel. By that time, hopefully I have a family. Like, I'm trying to travel before I start a family, and I always have to keep that in the back of my mind. But if you young and you want to go to nursing school, take that associate's route. Let these hospitals pay for you to get your bachelor's degree. Be smart about it. Like, It's way cheaper. And if y'all part of the gang, y'all already know it is possible to work while you are in nursing school. I work while I am in nursing school. I have to go to work today. It's Friday. I work today and I work nights. I work Friday night, I work Saturday night, and then I'm off Monday through next Friday or next Saturday. But it's possible to work. Get you a PRN job. You can self-schedule. I only have to work 2 weekends out of every 6 weeks. That personally works for me so good. And I usually work like especially since I've been single, I work every single weekend. And it works out for me. I can manage it. I do my during my downtime is when I do my homework. I study while I'm at work, so you can do it. It's possible. Now if you got 5 kids and a husband at home, it might not be as possible, but I don't have kids except for my dog's son, and I live with my parents and I don't pay any bills, so it works for me. But if that's not your circumstance or you can't, then you're gonna have to work. So work. It's possible. I say work. I think it's possible. I know most of the people in my program work. Not all of them work in a hospital, but find something that works around your schedule. I knew somebody who worked in a medical spa. Actually, I think she worked like a front desk at a medical spa. Another girl I know works at like a hairdresser, a blowout. It's called a blowout bar, she said. But basically, you know, it's a hair salon. We have EMTs, and if y'all know, y'all know I've talked about this in other videos. Working in nursing school goes back to time management. Everything is about time management. It starts here in nursing school, so get used to it. And this is gonna be like one of my last things that I think is important, that I feel like I wish I would have known before nursing school, because people don't really talk about this part. I mean, they talk about it, but not really. Every clinical experience will not be the same. I'm grateful that I've had really great clinical experiences. Like my last clinical experience, not my last, but because I'm currently in Med-Surg 2 clinical, and I just finished up my peds rotation. My peds rotation was the best clinical I ever experienced. Like, it literally made me realize that I need to work in pediatrics. So I've applied to pediatric ICU, pediatrics in general, pediatric ER, NICU. Like, these are things that this made me realize, like, this is what you want to do. This is the specialty that you want to go in. So this is what I've been applying for. And it was just such a great experience. We had the most hands-on experience. Like, we got to do everything. I'm talking about, I got to get so many medications, start so many tube feedings, start so many lines, deal with so many G tubes. It's crazy. Like, these nurses let us do so much with them. And our clinical instructor was just so willing to like help us. It was just so amazing. And my clinical instructor actually worked on a unit that we had our rotation on, so this was her floor. I've also been in clinical rotations where we literally just sat there. Like, the nurses would hurry up and leave, like, gotta go. Like, you know, like, they wouldn't even say anything. They would just get up and go. It's like they did not want us around. Even my Med-Surg right now, a lot of the nurses are like that right now. They like that. And it's just like, ugh, this is boring. Like, y'all don't want to help us out. Like, but also I was in hospice because the Med-Surg unit I'm on now, the managers also manage the hospice unit, and I actually work on the unit that my clinical rotation is on. If y'all don't know, but I do work on a unit my clinical rotation is on. So I've been to hospice as a tech before, but never as a nurse, and I got to do so much down there. I even got to try to start IV on a patient, but this was hospice. She was a very old lady with small veins, so the team had to come in and do the ultrasound and find her vein or whatever. But I got to drain a Pleurex drain. Like, somebody had a drain in their stomach and I got to drain it. Like, that was cool, but keep in the back of your mind, every rotation won't be the same. And it sucks because I know people in other rotations who don't get to do a lot in any of theirs. So I'm so grateful that I've had really good experiences for the most part. Like, my clinical instructors have been really nice. All of them have been really nice, some better than others. But that's just pretty much everything that I wish I would have known before I started nursing school. Like comment suggestions, subscribe to your girl channel, and thank y'all for just supporting me always. Love y'all.
I got diamonds doing sissy slides in both ears. Dice rolling on the Las Vegas strip tonight. Slip that on me, I mystify. Fuck a night, I keep the wallet in my shorty bag. You know